Hey everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, I know I'm a few days late on this news. That's what having a life with family and, of course, a job does to your YouTube channel. But as I said from the beginning of starting my YouTube channel up again, I'm not going to worry too much about the speed of getting videos out anymore. I'm just going to enjoy doing them and putting them out when I can. So with that being said, we have a little bit of news on the DC HBO Max front when it comes to the new Green Lantern television show. This comes to us from the direct. HBO Max's Green Lantern series casts American Horror Story's Finn Wittrock in leading role, and apparently he will be playing Guy Gardner. According to Deadline, American Horror Story's actor Finn Wittrock has been cast to star as Guy Gardner and his iteration of the Green Lantern character. The series, which remains without an official name, is set to start filming this year. The report also mentions that the casting for Alan Scott is expected to be announced shortly, as the deal with the actor is on the brink of becoming official. The show also promises to be the most expensive show that the Arrowverse creator Greg Berlanti has ever produced in his career. This will be the first of many Green Lanterns, apparently. It's fantastic to start hearing more about this HBO series. With Warner Brothers' past record, it wasn't clear if the show was ever going to make it to air. Thankfully, it does seem that it will indeed exist at some point. Once casting starts, it's usually a done deal. While many fans still hope to see Hal Jordan get the adaptation the character deserves, it's still exciting to see other Green Lanterns get the spotlight. Not to say Guy Gardner isn't popular, though, as the red-headed, raunchy hothead is a favorite for many. The show is rumored to span multiple timelines in its storytelling, so Gardner is likely only the first of many Lanterns to be cast for this show. As the article states, Alan Scott is next on the list, a character who was one of the first Green Lanterns ever. The direct also exclusively learned that the villains for the show will be the Dominators, an alien race that saw their live-action debut in the big Arrowverse crossover event. This go-around, however, will likely not be the same version depicted there. As for the big guns and Hal Jordan and John Stewart in the Green Lantern world, those two are likely being saved for the film side of things, but hopefully there's a crossover down the line. Maybe Warner Brothers will accept having two versions of the same character active so that the Green Lantern television show isn't deprived of two of its biggest characters. Actually, I think keeping Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart set aside for the films is probably best for business, in my opinion. Obviously, it looks as if DC is finally starting to get their act together a little bit. We hope. We'll find out after the Flash reboot movie, so to speak, that deals with Flashpoint. It kind of will reset some things in the DCEU, but they've also said that they want to get more on a singular path. So I think this could be one of the first signs of that. The Green Lantern show on HBO Max is supposed to tie into all these other things as well. So it makes sense if they take some maybe lesser known, quote unquote, lesser known Green Lanterns and put them in the show and save Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, the two biggest names in Green Lantern, for the movie, which Warner Brothers and HBO, well, I guess Warner Brothers and DC mostly, have already basically said they're going to be doing a Green Lantern core film coming down the line here. So that I can't wait to see, because obviously the Ryan Reynolds version of Green Lantern was not the biggest hit. I liked it. It wasn't perfect, clearly, obviously, was it Parallax? I think that was a villain's name. It was a big yellow cloud in space. That was ridiculous. But I thought the way they handled Ryan Reynolds and some of his powers were pretty cool. But obviously everything that was on Oa in that movie was absolutely beautiful, and with Kilowog and Sinestro was perfect as well. I definitely wanted to see a sequel with Mark Strong playing Sinestro, but I digress. But I do hope to see Green Lantern get his just due here in DC. I've always felt like it could be DC's version of Star Wars. It's got that much lore to it, and you could go into all sorts of places throughout the galaxy. Obviously, Earth's Green Lantern protects a certain sector, but obviously it could, expand and go into many different locations. And I think it could be very, very fun to watch. But I do also like the fact that if you don't have enough time to explore all the Lanterns in movies, that they are going to be putting a TV series on HBO Max, which is a perfect place to expand all that. Now, granted, they talked like it would be Berlanti's most expensive project outside of the Arrowverse. I don't know if this is going to tie into the Arrowverse that much. I mean, obviously, if you've seen Arrow, you kind of know where like John Diggle goes at the end of that series. I don't know if he's going to be involved in this or if it's going to be something completely different. It sounds like it's going to be something completely different, and maybe that was more of a little Easter egg at the end of the Arrow series. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to see Guy Gardner, and I know there's other Lanterns that we haven't got to see on TV or film yet. It's kind of new territory for the most part outside of the Ryan Reynolds movie, and I think it shows great potential for DC moving forward with this character and with this lore. If they could get this right, they could take this many places, and I cannot wait to see where they go with it. But what do you guys think about the casting of Finn Wittrock, I believe was his name? Yes, Finn Wittrock from American Horror Story to be Guy Gardner in the new DC HBO Max Green Lantern show. Comment down below, hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it on.